Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
こんばんは皆さん、はじめまして。
Bonsoir. Kumusta ba?
안녕하세요 여러분, 잘 지냈죠? Kamusta kayong lahat? Magandang gabi.
Hello once again, friends and classmates. Here we are again for another live. I am Zara.
And I'm Angel.
And we are the IR buddies.
Ay, parang it's nice and we are the IR.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Marhaba.
하지메마시테, 건방와 미나상.
Bonsoir. Comment ça va?
안녕하세요 여러분, 잘 지냈죠? Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Kamusta kayo?
Hi again, friends, classmates, and family. Here we are with another live, and we hope that you are all ready for this episode. I am Zara.
And I am Angel.
And we are the IR
Buddies.
Okay, Angel.
And we are live. Ate Za, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Physically, I'm recovering dahil nag-adjust ang ating schedule and I'm in a different time zone. But yeah, alhamdulillah, I'm doing good, recovering. Ikaw, kumusta ka?
Yeah, I'm feeling good because, after just 2 days, we're back, di ba? We're back with episode 3.
2 days lang ba?
Yeah, I think. It's been
2 days.
2 or 3. Yeah.
No, almost 1
a lot
week
of
na rin
things
naman.
a lot of things happened. And this past few months, we're so busy. I mean, this past few weeks, we're so busy because, as we have said from the previous episode, we have 3 subjects for this module at the akalain mo yun. And actually, 2 classes appointed me as bidel. So, it's really
stressful
a weight
ba pag bidel?
Yeah, it's really a weight on my shoulder at the because you have to remind the group chats, you have to remind the professor, and it's another responsibility, I believe. But ngayon, ano nga ba yung purpose why after just 2 to 3 days, I think, bakit tayo nagla-live na naman, Ate Za?
Okay, so andito nga tayo for continuation to ng pinaka first episode natin. And
you mean the climate change, right?
Yes. That's why, yung one episode maybe is not enough. Kailangan ng we need to talk more. And because it is a serious matter, kaya nga ang ating title is Climate Change is not a trend.
Exactly.
Hindi lang natin siya pag-uusapan because nagtrending yung news yung pag-uusapan natin. But it is something na dapat patuloy na nire-remind natin ang bawat isa. And that, diba? And we have our specific audience also. Mamaya i-mention natin sila. Hello nga pala sa inyo.
And at the end of the discussion, we will be able to answer why climate change is not a trend. So, ayan, please listen carefully because, this will be a very fruitful insightful discussion because we will add more information. We will talk deeper, talk more about this matter. And Ate Za, without further ado, let's hop to the discussion itself.
Yes. Pero, ayun nga. So, bago tayo magpatuloy sa episode na ito, simula ba nung episode 1, nung napag-usapan nga natin to climate change, meron ka ba, Angel, mga news on how you acted more for the better of our environment? Yeah.
Yeah. Good question, Ate Za. So for the information of our audience, we had this very first episode of the IR Body series. So in this episode, we talk about ways on how we could actually help as an individual. So we talk in the latter part of the live. So from there, Ate Za is asking me what has changed, diba? Like what have changed nga ba after that first episode? So ayan, personally, Ate Za, our family invested in a renewable energy. We invested in a solar panel because, diba, you remember, like during the first episode, we talked about renewable energy, like the solar panel. Because in investing to that renewable energy or solar panel, solar energy, we were able to lessen the carbon emission.
Nice.
So, doon nag-invest yung family ko. And I am proud to say na I am part of that. I am part of the one who encouraged them. Because after that first episode, I really said to myself na we could afford solar panel. Why not invest, diba? So it's not just helping. It's not just about reducing the prices of our electricity bill, but it's also helping the climate, our planet. So ikaw ba, Ate Za, in simple ways, what has changed? What have changed for you after the first episode?
Ayun, ako naman, in-apply ko yung sa since lagi ako nasa computer, I do many things with, personal activities, and it always involves me using the computer. So, tinry kong gamitin yung Echo Asia na, yun nga, di ba ikaw nag-share nun sa akin. So, it's a search engine na kung saan bawat nag-search ang mga users, merong napaplant na trees. Tama ba? So,
Yeah.
ayun. Ayun yung ginagamit ko ngayon. I try my best. Sometimes I hop back to Google kasi hindi ako na-satisfy sa search results. Pero Echo Asia, ayun, natutuwa ako na okay, maraming nag-increase yung numbers ng mga gumagamit. And then other than that, other practical things is, as possible, I don't use plastic bottles, water bottles. Actually, even before I always have a bottle with me na, kasi other than that, mahilig akong uminom ng tubig. So, yung mga pag ganun-ganun sa akin, hindi enough. So, I have one big water bottle that
Which is
sustains
nice,
me
di ba?
the whole day. Yes. Oo. And then, ayun, ano pa ba? So far, yun yung pinaka first-hand practical daily practices ko. And ayun. Ayun
Yan,
naman.
at sa after like during na nag-share tayo ng ganito, like, di ba lumalabas yung pictures? Kaya on my part, lumalabas yung solar. Tapos yung sa part mo, lumalabas yung water bottle, yung tumbler mo, tsaka yung Echo Asia.
Echo
Tapos
Asia.
if possible, pwede rin ba i-play yung same music, same BGM, yung during the interval. Para
Yung
hindi lang,
telet.
hindi yun. Yung no copyright.
Yung jazz.
Yung jazz.
Okay. Habang
Para,
nagsalita tayo sa sharing.
sa sharing.
Okay, noted na. Sinulat ko na. Alright.
So, kaya nag-share na tayo. Ano sunod? Ikaw uli.
So, ayun. And, so, ayun. Ngayon, mamaya, tatanungin natin din yung mga viewers natin kung meron na ba silang ginagawa sa sa simple daily practices nila on how to reduce, yung mga wastes and such. So, bago yan, ayun na nga.
And it will be a discussion. It will be a mutual conversation because it's not just us who will, say something, but it's also our audience. So in that way, we will be able to learn as well. So disclaimer, we are not science experts. We are not in the field of natural science. We are actually an international relations students. So we are using this platform to advocate for something that is very vital, for something that concerns everyone. So, ayan. So, as we have said, this is not just a one-way conversation, but a two-way. So, if there are things na you guys want to say to us and to the people na watching, you guys could comment it. And me and Ate Zara could, say it sa live.
Exactly.
Diba,
true.
Yeah.
Okay. So, ayun na nga. Mag-start na tayo sa ating discussion sa pinaka-purpose ng episode na ito. So, just 2 months ago, magto 2 months na siya, di ba? Sabi natin 3 months. Merong group of scientists globally na nag-protest and nag-demonstrate ng yung mga ongoing bad practices, not only ng individuals but also ng mga big companies ngayon na kung saan naapektuhan nga ang climate. And meron din silang nilabas na report on the predictions ng maaaring mangyari sa ating future if we will continue to do the ongoing bad practices nating mga individuals and collectively na mga big companies. So itong group nga po ito, this group is called Scientist Rebellion.
Yeah.
So, itong Scientist Rebellion na ito, these are made up of scientists globally.
Across
merong
the globe,
mga yes, across the globe. Sa bawat country, bawat continents, meron talagang groups na nag-represent ng Scientist Rebellion.
Yeah, and they hold a demonstration/protest like regarding now what could happen if we continue, if like the government continue to patronize these fossil fuels, this burning of fossil fuels. So what really urged them actually at Teza is yung IPCC report. Because eventually, like the global temperature already increased like 1 degrees. So that is, that is something that should be concerning us people. Because imagine if over time, because like IPCC set a goal that we have to meet, na if we won't meet this goal, then it will be impossible for the earth, to be still inhabitable. So, biruin mo yun natin sa...
Di ba may prediction nga sila na 3 to 5 years na lang tayo, di ba?
Yeah, 3 to 5 years, then, things now we never imagined will happen. Like extreme weather, melting of glaciers, and a lot more na could really affect the humanity. Imagine natin like 3 to 5 years, di ba? Like,
tapos nag-aaral pa tayo ng college ngayon. Ano pang sense? Charot.
Exactly. Di ba? Like, after graduation.
Oo.
Ano na? Like, ano na? What's the purpose of everything? So, napansin ko rin kasi ate like, when it comes to people's, what I have observed pala, when it comes to people's reaction dito sa climate change, they really think na etong climate change, dadaan lang. Diba? Diba ate They respond as if climate change is something na parang bula, na something na mawawala after quite a while. But it's actually not.
Exactly. I remember since middle school ako, whenever we have programs, most of the time, there are many times na ang theme ng programs namin is about our climate and environment. Because really, patuloy ang problems and it's not just patuloy, it's getting worse, diba?
So like with what you share, diba, ever since kindergarten, diba, we're talking about climate change, so it's undying topic. So up until now, it is still a problem.
Right.
So as we have said, it is not something that will pass by. It is something that we all will suffer in the future.
Right.
So,
and also, to talk about yung report from IPCC for everyone's information, IPCC means Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. Under ito ng UN, di ba? So, talaga ang reports nila from global concerning the whole nations. And ayun nga, going back sa Scientist Rebellion, ang ginawa nila, 'di ba, what they did nung nag-protest sila, which is their goal naman, is non-violent civil disobedience. So, I assume yung ating mga viewers nung 2 months ago, baka may nakita silang, 'di ba, nag-viral videos ng scientists na nagko-protest.
May mga hinuli, di ba?
Yes, and ang sad nun, hinuli. Bakit sila hinuli? Ba't hindi sila pinakinggan?
Exactly. Because like they are experts in that field and they are just informing us. So why would you arrest them, diba? So these police officers, they are claiming that this is a civil disobedience. But ang point na ng scientists, if hindi nila gagawin, paano nyo sila papansinin? Diba?
That's right.
Like if hindi nga nila yun ginawa, hindi sila magva-viral on Twitter, on TikTok, on Facebook, diba? If hindi nila yun gawin. So that is their way of actually drawing an attention, of putting this issue into limelight. So, Ate Za, I'm just quite curious about sa opinion mo about this matter. Because, diba, imagine if you are a scientist and you've been studying about this topic.
10 minutes na lang.
Okay, it's okay. And you've been studying about this topic for like your whole life, like for your whole existence. Tapos you're just informing the people and then i-arrest ka. What would you feel? Diba? It's dehumanized. Right?
Oo. Parang kung if I'm in the place of the scientist and actually other activists, may mga iba rin pong activists na kasama ang Scientist Rebellion. Mas yung feeling mo magagalit ka, syempre, because what they know, 'di ba? They see the data, they see the numbers. Yun yung
They
yung nagpo-push
release the
sa kanila.
numbers.
Yes. Yun yung nagpo-push sa kanilang mag-protest ng ganun na lamang. 'Di ba? Sa other comments ng mga viral videos na ito, may other perspectives na ang OA naman nila ganto ganyan. Pero
Exactly.
as you said, kailangan nilang magpapansin, kailangan natin silang mapansin because
And diba, Ate Za, also there are claims na they are overreacting, they are causing chaos in the world, which is why would they do that? Like scientists across the globe, why would they do something as silly as that? Diba, Ate Za?
Yes.
Knowing na they are very educated.
And yung goal, yung naman talaga nila, yung gusto talaga nilang sa particular protest nitong 2 months ago, ang gusto talaga nilang kunin ng attention yung government, yung mga businesses. 'Di ba? Sa Spain, they threw fake bloods dun sa isang governmental place.
Yeah, I remember that.
'Di ba? And then sa California ba yung American scientists, they chained themselves dito sa isang firm, investment firm, banking firm. Because I think this is JP Morgan. Kasi sila yung number 1 investor ng sa pagbe-burn ng fossil fuel, which is a big concern sa climate change na mamaya po i-discuss din ni Angel. So, ayun, they ganun na lamang yung pag-protest nila, pag-advocate nila. Because these scientists, they study, they observe, and ayun nga, yung mga predictions, yung mga numbers are just that bad. It's getting worse every time. And sabi nga nila sa isa sa statement nila sa kanilang website, kaya particularly ang government and big companies ang talagang tinatarget nilang makuha ang attention. Because with this situation, with what they know, with the data that's going on, individual efforts are not enough because what companies do and governments do are far worse, and yung effects ng kanilang actions nila are exponential. That's why ayun, more than individual efforts, kailangan collective efforts na kung saan mamaya i-expound natin kung anong pwede natin gawin.
And actually,
Diba,
that's
Angel?
where we actually misunderstood each other on the previous episode.
Yes, that's right.
Sige nga, kwento.
Yeah, ayun po. May part doon sa unang episode namin ni Angel na
So
when I
mentioned, para malaman mo.
I mentioned about individual efforts. I said kasi na hindi na enough. Pero I think yung understanding ni Angel naging iba when what I was just trying to saying is hindi siya enough. I'm not saying na hindi natin kailangan ipagpatuloy, but hindi lang enough because mas malala yung ginagawa ng mga government and private companies, and sila talaga usually yung nagpa-partner on these things just for more profits, because capitalism. No first episode, ilang beses ka ring minention yung capitalism.
We also talk about that, capitalism.
Yeah. So, because yung governments and partnership ng big companies, ang goal nila is money. Ang goal nila is profit. Pero, silbi nung mga makukuha nila, nung mga mag-gain nila, kung yung future natin is not secure for the whole world.
Exactly, diba? That's the point. It's like, what would you do with your money if then after 3 to 5 years, the planet is uninhabitable?
Exactly.
Diba? And
pare-pareho tayong magsasuffer.
Yeah, and going back to what I mentioned na nag-misunderstood kami on the first episode, it's because from my understanding, because sabi nga rin ng Climate Change Commission and environmental advocates and even the government, sabi it's not too late. It's still not late. I mean, it's not too late to do climate actions. Ayan, medyo nabubulol ako,
Exactly.
sorry about that. But
You
yun
know.
yung panawagan nila. So, upon hearing ng sinabi ni Za na individual actions is not enough, parang, alam mo yun, parang instead of motivating people, parang how do I say it? Parang dini-discourage pa natin sila to actually take action. Yun yung understanding ko.
Right.
So I really debunk the statement of Za. Sabi ko, no, it's not. So dun kami nagka-misunderstanding. But eventually naintindihan namin ng isa't isa, and now we have much better understanding towards each other since this is already our episode 3. So ayan, kunwari, natakal na natin yung basic concept of climate change. Doon na tayo dun sa impactful speech.
Yung basic fuel, di na? Basic fuel.
Kunwari na-mention ko na nga.
Okay.
Kunwari nasabi ko na. Tapos, na-mention ko na yun. Tapos doon na tayo sa impactful speeches of each other and then interactive. Di ba? Based dun sa okay, game. Ikaw muna.
Shit, pati magkasimula.
Before we actually hear the thoughts, the opinions, and anything that our audience want to share, let us hear my co-host, Zara Ateza, her opinion or her final statement regarding this issue.
Wait,
Ateza,
di ba
why
huli
climate
tayo?
change? Oo nga, huli-huli.
So, mauuna.
Interactive una? Ay, oo nga.
Oo.
Interactive muna. Wait, di ba sinulat ko yun? Saan ko ba nasulat yun?
Sa Word natin, sa Teams. Dito na pala ako. Ayan interactive part, read comments. Tapos, ways to actually help. And ang pinaka-last, why is climate change not a trend?
Yeah. Okay, so...
Okay. Paano yung transition natin? So with all this, yung ways to help.
Ways to help is interactive.
Yes.
Okay. So, kunwari na-mention ko na yung basic concept, tapos na-mention na natin yung ways to help, tapos interactive na. Kasi yung interactive, doon natin tatanungin yung pwede nilang i-share. Tapos magbabasa-basa tayo nun. Tapos after nung interactive, may-mention din natin si Miss Angel, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos after nun, doon na yung seryoso, yung impactful speech nating dalawa.
Yung sa notes natin nakalagay, 'di ba, after nung scientist rebellion, fossil industry, tapos basic concept, and then from transition ng ways to help, after nung fossil fuel basic concept, tas interactive part, simula sa ending sa end nung presentation ng basic concept, doon na tayo magre-read and then ways to help. Kasi sa ways to help, we can also read kung anong masasuggest ng ating mga viewers. Diba?
So parang yung transition is yung by reading, no?
Yes.
Okay, so after reading, doon na tayo sa final.
Oo.
Okay, sige. Ulit. Less than 1 minute.
Oh, ano yung less than 1 minute? Anong less than 1 minute? Okay, hello.
Meeting.
Shit. End natin, tas start tayo. Yung Zoom.
Same.
Sige. Pa-flash ko muna yung cover ng IR Buddies.
우연히 널 만났고 너를 사랑하게 됐지. 하루와 또 시간이 가는 줄도 몰랐었지. 하지만 실증이 났니? 아니면 내가 잘못을 했니? 갑자기 날 떠나가고 나 페인이 돼버렸어. 그렇게 마친 내 인생 책임져 날 떠난 후 너는 행복하니 난
And we're back sa live. Okay. So, ayan, di ba? Nagtapos ka na sa pag-represent. Now, one of us will say, so with all these things presented, we can say na, how do we remind,
Ay,
let's
parang,
remind of our,
parang doon pala sa PPT, doon sa pinaka-final slide, lagay mo na lang, why climate change is not a trend. Parang yun na lang, why climate change is not a trend sa PPT.
okay.
Para kapag sinabi rin natin yun, may naka-flash din sa screen nila, di ba? Wait nga, susulat ko na ngayon para di ko na makalimutan bukas.
Nagkusulot na ako ngayon. Tinan mo ako.
I mean word. First is 2 minutes interval with BG.
Oy, dun sa isang file ay, di ba may file tayo?
Oo.
Doon mo na sulat para isa na lang.
Sige, doon na nga lang.
Na-download
ko kasi. Mabagal kasi pag doon eh.
Sige. Wag na.
Recorded. Intro.
Dito namin.
Afternoon. Live na. Nasulit ko na pala to.
Yeah, we did. Shada.
Kalimutan ko.
Ay, sorry. Ang galing, pwede ako mag-express na hindi mo naiintindihan.
Nadu. Hanggumal, maham yun. Ihe-hype ka?
Ano yun?
Sinulat ko na pala ito kagabi, ha?
Nung nag-meeting tayo, nagka-type tayo niyan.
Kaya nga, nakalimutan ko, sorry.
Ooh, I feel happy that you forgot.
Why? Is it good?
Alin?
What you're eating?
No. I mean, it's fun. I mean, ako,
It's edible.
ikaw pala, that it's more than edible naman, pero not, it's not restaurant food, so instant noodles lang siya, so. Kaya na kasi, diba, you were like, nakalimutan na naman, ganyan. Because ikaw rin, may mga nakalimutan pa rin.
Of course, kasi gabi-gabi na yun. Oh, so even after discussing about the basic concept of climate change. So after discussing about the basic concept of climate change, magbabasa na rin tayo ng comments.
Yeah.
Okay. So throughout the session pala, it's interactive na. I thought kasi na there will be just a part of it na doon tayo magbabasa. So mali pala yung interpret yung pag-visualize ko. Then wait to actually help and then basa ulit.
Pero ayun nga, actually, basically naman talaga kung titignan natin yung buong plot. Yung
Kabisado na nga natin, itinan mo.
Diba? Kaya nga
another suggestion. Diba, pagka sabi natin, and now, why, after all, diba sasabihin mo, after all what we have discussed, ganyan, why climate change is not a trend? Pag nag-share na tayo nun, may magpe-play na BGM ulit, which is yung pinlay natin kay Daniela. Remember?
Okay.
Yung slow mo na na piano.
Yes.
Para mas sentimental yung dating. Para mas sentimental yung dating. No copyright din naman yan, so no worries. Kahit matagal tayo mag-share.
Right. Downloads. Intro.
So yan, doon tayo sa doon tayo sa sa tayo minto. Doon tayo sa
after ng presentation ng basic concepts.
Okay. So that's the basic concept of the climate change. So I hope we are not bragging in any way. We are not assuming na you guys don't know this. But we just want to refresh things up on your minds. So we discuss about the basic concept because we want the people na to actually remember bakit nga ba masama ang pagbe-burn ng fossil fuels and to also realize bakit ginagawa to ng mga scientists natin across the globe. Di ba, Ate Za?
Yes, that's right.
And to hop onto another discussion or to another part of our life, we will be discussing about the ways na we could actually help. And siguro, di ba, nung nanonood kayo on the very first part, we already shared yung mga parts namin kung paano kami nakatulong. So on my end,
Yes.
we invested on a solar panel. So I also have now a tumbler like Aqua Flask. Like instead of buying instead of buying like the water bottles, plastic water bottles, I consume I consume less plastic now because meron na nga akong tumbler. So yun yung parang pinaka-essence niya. Ikaw ba, Ate Za? Kasi ikaw ever since naman you don't use plastic bottles, di ba?
Yeah. I mean, from time to time, pero ay nga, talagang with this, sobrang na-lessen na yung paggamit ko ng water bottle. Ano pa ba? Ayun, di ba nga, dyan sa Philippines kasi, yes, Eco-Asia. I mean, ito, in terms of grocery naman, di ba sa Philippines, many places, cities, promote ang paggagamit ng eco bag. So, patuloy po natin gawin yon. And if ever you are part of ito, mas malaki yung effects niya. If ever you're a part of an organization, di ba, community group, include it in your ways, in your practices, di ba po, na as possible, di ba, yung mga kinokonsume, yung mga paper, ayan, mga pagkain or ano, lagi po natin isipin ang pagre-reduce of waste. Again, using plastics, using papers, di ba?
Agree.
Alam mo, oh my gosh. Oh, ikaw.
Yes, Ate Za.
Ako din. Like, alam mo ba, meron akong collection ng scratch papers lagi. Every time.
Why? Why is that?
Ako kasi, I grew up, ayoko magtapon agad ng papel. Like, kahit marami na siyang sulat-sulat, di ba, I will use it as a scratch.
You still feel like
next time,
it's in use for future, no?
Yes. Tapos, ayun nga, lalo na pag sa school, lalo na nung high school, di ba, may mga group presentations na kung saan kailangan nyo ng mga props. Isa ako sa number 1 contributor talaga ng scratch papers. And I'm so happy na na-save ko yun. Kasi nga, ayun, they just asked me, they know na, marami akong, mga ganong, as in, parang, folder siya, boxes.
And imagine, parang in that way, you somehow lessen, the cutting of trees. Di ba?
Yes.
Because paper is out of trees. So sa mga hindi alam dyan, baka gusto nyo mag-aral. De joke lang. De joke lang. Ayan. So with all what we have shared, of course, we will read some of your comments, guys. Some of your suggestions, and actually, one of the purpose then why the scientists across the globe held this protest is to also advocate for climate activism. So what do we mean by that? It means advocating for climate. It means voicing out that there is need to be done. There's something need to be done about the climate, and that's climate activism. So us, IR bodies, we encourage everyone watching this. Sa sinabi nga ni Ate Za, if you're part of an organization, practice, di ba? Practice little ways because it all starts with small things, and with that small things, collective actions equates to a very significant result. So, ayan, very insightful ang ating discussion, Ate Za. So, magbabasa na tayo. Diba? Let's read the opinions, the thoughts of the people. So, okay, one of the comments said...
May comments ba sila?
One of the comments said, yung mga plastic bottles daw, binenta niya para maka-order siya sa Shopee. Sino kaya to?
Wow! O, diba?
Diba? Why not? Make use of those collective, make use of that collection of plastic bottles into something, something useful. Something na we could, diba yung minention nga natin on the first episode, yung sa Itbulaga, Ate Za, Like they have this segment na magdo-donate ka ng mga plastic bottles and Eat Bulaga will make chairs out of those plastic bottles and i-donate nila yon sa
Yes.
mga public schools. So
Oo.
it's really a good thing, di ba?
Yeah, matagal ko na rin yun nakita sa TV, pero ever since nung nakita ko yun, never na siya, lagi ako na-amaze doon, lagi ako natutuwa doon. Like, I
Same.
hope many, places in each regions have like that. Kasi nga, di ba, as we are building many schools then, malaking tulong yun na, yung mga chairs na yun is, di ba, galing lang din
And
sa
back-
environment natin.
And back to my realization on our second episode, there are a lot of kids who are deprived from education, meaning they don't have the tools, they don't have the materials. So, including doon is yung chairs, tables, di ba? So, just by donating plastic bottles, you could help those people na magkaroon sila ng comfort space for studying. Ayan, yung mga realization natin, nako-connect natin sa ating
Di
mga
ba?
episodes.
Exactly.
And with Ate Za, with all the things that we have discussed,
So, yeah. This is why climate change is not a trend. It is part of our daily life. What we do personally, our existence in this world, our goals, all of these things are interconnected.
yes.
Ayun nga, our dreams, our daily lives, our future and present actions and ambitions. All of this, as we are here on earth, so lahat ng ito, ng sinabi ko, will also affect the earth. Climate, it's already the same as so ko ba siya mahahalin tulad? Our health is everyday, di ba? So is yung environment natin. It is an everyday matter. So what we consume, what we use, what we do, even yung mga things na hindi material, di ba? Ay nga, na-mention ko yung mga dreams kanina, yung mga ambitions and goals. Kahit hindi pa siya material, it has the potential to affect yung environment. It has the potential to manifest in the physical realm. Diba? That's why it is not a trend. So, ayun. To all our friends, to all our classmates, to everyone watching this, oh my gosh. Dapat pala piniplay ko na yung background music, di ba?
Tapos tatanungin mo
Okay.
din ako Yun yung transition
Okay. So, and ganyan. Anyway, now with you, Angel, what's your take? Ayun, sige, yun lang muna ngayon.
Very, very how do I say it? Very saddening yung statement ni Ate Za, no? Like, very urging, ika nga nila. But for me, Ate Za, with our topic, climate change is not a trend because it is a priority. Let us be aware, informed on what's going on in our planet because I really believe that no matter where you are, no matter what is your standing in the society, climate change will surely destroy you and everything around you. We already know how this affect us, how this is a code red, meaning code red, it's dangerous to humanity. So we already know that part. Now, why this doesn't urge you to do something, diba? If you think it's just a talk, or parang if you think na this is something na will pass by, then better think twice because baka next time, the moment that you want to speak about it, the moment that you want to talk about it, it's not the planet that you are fighting anymore. It's already your life because it's already threatened, diba? Because it's already late. And I'm afraid na it might be late for everyone to actually do something about it. And it is not a trend. It is very vital because it is not, as I've said, it is not something na will just pass by, because what we do now actually determines our future. And ayan, Ate Za, so with our statements, we hope
Oh
na
my gosh.
everyone, maganda ba yung sinabi ko?
And then I'm also, habang nagsalita ka nga, may mga pumapasok sa isip ko ngayon. Sinusulat ko kasi ayoko makalimutan.
Okay. And I hope by that, with what we have said, and with what we have said, me and Ataza, I hope na our audience, our listeners, with big, small platforms, whatever, please do advocate for climate. Please do advocate for the betterment of our planet. Because at the end of the day, it is us who will live in it. It is our future children. It is the next generation. And without further ado, I am Angel Martia Borges. And I am Zara, and we are the IR Buddies. And before we end, we would like to thank Miss Angel for giving us the chance to actually talk, to have a platform, and to dig deeper about climate change. This is a very special opportunity for us because, as you guys know, you may know na we are very passionate. Me and Za have this fire inside of us na really lingering inside our mind na we have to talk. We have to advocate. And with that, I hope we did our part. And now, do yours.
Yes. So, ayun, Miss Angel, we want to thank you for bringing the great number of our audience for this episode. And yes, again, let this not be another talk. Let this not be another symposium na inatunan nyo lang. But let this be a reminder. Let this be a call for action to all of us. Ayun po, as we hope and we also know na meron po kayong napulot sa aming mga simple discussions. Yes.
How do we end it? Siguro end it with a sentence na asking for action. Tapos, doon ka na mag-Arabic. Tsaka na pag nag-Arabic ka, it's a sign of outro.
Dito sa note guide natin, after nga nung pagsalita natin dalawa, kasi di ba naging serious, tapos balik tayo ulit sa masaya, which is closing greeting, yung acknowledgement and read comments.
So, Baliza, like, dun sa serious, yung tugtog natin, serious. Tapos pagka dun na sa masaya. So, ang tugtog na natin doon is yung just ulit. Okay, bali tatlo lang yung dalawa lang yung gagamitin mo.
Add ko ngayon.
Siguro end it with the sentence na tapos, yung narinig mo?
Oo, rinig ko. So, yeah. Rinig mo yung jazz? Okay. And, ayun. Naging serious tayo doon, pero serious naman talaga yung discussion, yung topic. Yes.
But this time, we would like to acknowledge the presence of Miss Angel and our beloved guest. And I believe they are also college students at Rizal.
Yes. Thank you, Miss Angel, for bringing itong being the reason of why we have so much viewers for this episode.
Yeah,
so, yes, shout out to you guys. Yes, indeed. It is a great opportunity. So, ayun, shout out po sa inyong lahat. A blessed evening, afternoon. Yes, mag-evening naman na dyan So, a blessed evening to you all. And sa aming kapwa college students, maraming salamat sa pagbibigay ng oras sa gitna ng maraming requirements. And yes, God bless.
Let us read comments Ate Za, diba?
Go, anong ano?
Before we formally end, let us read some comments. Ayan, sabi ni XO123456, sabi niya, this is a great way to actually advocate for climates. Kudos to the both of you. Oh,
Sama
thank
na
you
ba,
for...
sir? Sama na
Wala.
isip.
Invento lang.
Galing ah. Ang galing ah.
And wow, thank
Okay.
you for that. And I believe na this is our calling. Di ba, Ate Za?
Wow, yes. So ito po talaga ang purpose ng IR Buddies.
Yeah.
Sabi nga namin, anything under the sun. And the climate is really affecting the sun. So,
Anything
Ayan.
under the sun. And for your information, the sun is damaging our planet.
yes.
So,
So yeah.
ayan. So, ano
Ayun.
yung signal natin na mag-outro na?
Ayun, after mag-read ng comments, segue, ano
Wait,
lang,
do
mga...
you want record na lang din natin yung outro? Para mas energetic pa rin. What do you think?
Paano?
Para yung pag-play na parang timing pa rin. Para ipi-play mo na
Right.
lang. 'Di ba?
Oo.
Para
Sige.
pagka thank you natin, ipi-play na lang yun.
Mm-mm.
What you
Okay.
think? Okay, sige.
So yeah, this concludes episode 3. Climate being not a trend, never a trend. So,
Climate
Thank you,
change
guys.
is never a trend. Thank you
uh-huh.
guys. Play.
Ano yung sasabihin natin sa closing greeting natin?
Parang ang ganda nga ng closing greeting nung sinabi ko eh.
Alin?
And I hope by this we did our part and
Mhm.
now do yours. Parang ganda na ganun yung
Yeah,
topic natin.
right. Sa true lang.
Kasi parang dapat una, doon tayo mag-interactive. Parang doon natin i-acknowledge si Miss Angel, tapos tsaka tayo magko-call for actions.
Okay. So, mag-change yung flow natin, you mean?
Dry run tayo ulit. Siya pa.
Bukas? Ngayon? Sige.
Saan ko lang pinto? Diyan na yun.
우연히 널 만났고 너를 사랑하게 됐지 하루와 또 시간이 가는 줄도 몰랐었지 하지만 실증이 났니 아니면 내가 잘못을 했니 갑자기 날 떠나갔고 난 페일이 돼버렸어 그렇게 마친 내 인생 책임져 날 떠나도 너는 행복하니 난 그렇지 않아 내 인생 책임져 너 하나 때문에 아무것도 할 수 없게 됐어 난 조금으로 알게 된 너의 큰 사랑 속에서 데이트 또 데이트 매일 너만 생각했지 하지만 실증이 났니 아니면 내가 잘못을 했니 갑자기